Alright, we got ourselves a fresh one here. This is the Exmark Turf Tracer. It's got 1,081 hours on it. Okay, complaint is turn the blades on and it bogs down. So let's verify that complaint here. It'll start. Try to turn the blades. Okay. We duplicated the symptom, yay! So let's kind of figure out what we got going on. It was running fine. Then you heard I'm gonna go after the engine is essentially what I'm doing here. Because I don't know if you could hear it misfiring. I'll try and demonstrate that later. That's a misfire. At a lower RPM. There it goes. That's good. This. But yeah, everything was running fine. I didn't hear excessive bearing noise when the blades were on. And so let's attack the engine issue first. It sounded like it was running on one cylinder. That's my guess. Let's do it. Okay, so what I believe is happening and what I could hear is a single cylinder misfire. Engine can misfire for a multitude of reasons. Generally, you go by suck, squeeze, bang, blow is a good way to remember it. It's got to be able to suck in that fuel mixture. Squeeze, it's got to have compression. Those valves have to shut. Bang, again, correct mixture. Spark plug has to ignite. Let's see, bang, and then blow, exhaust valve has to open, okay? So I have a little spark tester here, and I got it set to about 15,000 kV. I'm gonna hook one side to a ground. It doesn't have to be a great ground because it's a lot of voltage. So we'll pull this plug wire off. Oh, and disable your fuel source somehow. A lot of them have that, a little electric solenoid, if you will, that allows fuel into the bowl, or there's a fuel shutoff, or just pinch it with a pair of vice grips and shut the fuel off. All right, so we'll just stick that sucker in there. Make sure it's hooked up right close to your fuel source. JK. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna hold it for you. That's okay if you get shocked a little bit, it'll be all right. Now I like this test because it is loading that coil. I don't like the little inline spark testers. I mean, what the heck does that mean? You know, it's just telling you that the coil's firing a little bit. We just stressed the hell out of that coil. Let's go to the other side and see what that one looks like. If I were a betting man, I would say this is our troubled ignition system over here. Same deal. Hook this sucker to a decent ground. Got it set to the same gap. Shove that in there. Where are we gonna hold this one? I'll just hold it for you. I'll just do it for you. Don't get me. Don't get me, buddy. It only hurts for a second, guys, if you get hit. Uh-oh. Nothing. Let's bring this in. Yeah, 5,000 kV. Way too weak. All right, so there's a couple other things that we do need to check, mainly the air gap, okay, that sits against the flywheel and the ignition coil, okay? And, but at this point, if you were at home, I would go online, order 2 new ignition coils and 2 new spark plugs. You don't want to just put an ignition coil in there, because if it's a bad spark plug and causing that ignition coil a lot of stress to be able to jump that, because it's making it jump that gap if there is an excessive gap or the spark plug's loose, whatever. Generally when you replace a coil on cars or anything, you replace the plug as well. So next order of business, I'm going to pull this fan shroud off and see what the heck's going on. All right, we took some plastic pieces off here. Now we can have a look-see at our ignition coils on both cylinders. And what I did notice, very common here on these Kawasaki engines, is this rub mark here. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Whoa. So, same thing on the other side. Nice little rub mark on the spark plug. And this is why, this is why you don't want to go just touching stuff like before. You're really zoomed in there. Doesn't look like it's rubbed through all the way. But anyways, you know, you could show that to your customer and say, hey, you know, I would recommend replacing them. At this point, it's got 1,000 hours on them. All right, and then the only other thing is we're looking at the magnets here on the flywheel. They're nice and tight. They're good. We're gonna bring this engine around. She's got some good compression. And we'll take a little feeler gauge. Oh man, I lost my 12 thousandths. Hold on. I don't feel like pausing the video and editing it. Oh, and if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to save up for a Chipotle burrito here. I'm almost there. All right, there we go. 12 thousandths. We're good there. You generally just check the bolts and you can just eyeball them, to be honest with you. That's not what our problem is. So, we are good. We can go ahead and grab 2 ignition coils and 2 spark plugs. Here's my preferred method to diagnose potential ignition issues. I got a little coilover on plug here hooked up to a scope, and it's gonna pick up that spark plug wire signal. And look how non-invasive that is. Because the problem could be the spark plug boot might just not be in there. You know, non-invasive. So what we'll do is we'll start it up. We got our little scope here. We kind of caught it in the act there, didn't we? We'll press play, and I'm just gonna hold you here. Hopefully it's not too bad. Let's start this critter up. Come on, girl. What's wrong with you? Alright, need the starter as well, likely. There we go. We got, you hear it missing? That baby missing? And it corresponds right with that waveform. Let's switch this over to what I believe is a known good coil. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Everyone settle down. Everyone settle. Of course it's going to stop. It's the problem with intermittence. See that coil? Running a little bit better. And we can pause that and we can just quickly have a look here. Okay, so unfortunately for you, me, and the customer, nobody's got a coil in stock. All right, went to my local Exmark dealer, no go. They couldn't cross-reference any of them, which is hard to believe. I'm on the internet, and nobody's got them in stock. Trying to next day air them, no go. But I think we proved beyond a reasonable doubt that she's got a bad ignition coil. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the videos. Like I said, I'm gonna save up, I'm earning some money on the ad revenue. I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree and pick myself up a couple canned goods, so I appreciate the support. And until the next one, see ya.